Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Life's Calculations. Today I am going to discuss with you grouped frequency distribution process, right? How to create. For that I have taken up question number 4 of exercise 22A of the concise mathematics of class 8th. Before we start with the grouped frequency distribution table, I want to tell what I discussed all in my previous video where I started with data handling. Okay, so I started with the data handling, the meaning of the word, then I have taken up data, the definition of data, then what is the statistics all about, what is frequency, okay, what is raw data, okay, and what is arrayed data. That how we can write arrayed data by simply arranging the raw data in the form of ascending and descending. Then the most important thing we discussed there was the frequency distribution table, but the ungrouped one. Okay, so if you have missed, please do watch this video again, because only then you can understand what is the today's topic, that is grouped frequency distribution. Earlier I discussed with the ungrouped frequency distribution table. Okay, now if you have missed, I can send you the link again in the description, but make sure you watch all this before you start with the today's topic. Okay, so let us get started with the grouped frequency distribution. So students, in this question of exercise 22A, question number 4 of your book class 8th, that marks of the 30 students have been given to us. Okay, and the question says very clearly that taking class intervals from 0 to 10, then from 10 to 20 up to 40 to 50, we have to construct a frequency table. First of all, we should know why do we call it grouped frequency distribution. Earlier we discussed ungrouped. Okay, so in this case of these all marks, we are going to create groups. Okay, so because it is said that the grouping should start from 0 to 10, already told in the question, so within this group 0 to 10 only we will try to search that which all numbers, which all marks come under the range of 0 to 10. Okay, so this 0 to 10 will be our first group. Next group will be 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, like this, because already designed that up to 50 we have to go, and the marks are also given from 0 to 50 only. So we will try to confine, we will try to limit ourselves within this range only. Okay, so now let us start the preparation of the grouped frequency distribution table. We will read these readings only. Okay, so I have kept these also in the front, and here at the same place I am going to create the grouped frequency distribution table for you. In order to make the grouped frequency distribution table, just like the ungrouped one, I have made 3 columns. First is for class interval where we are going to write our groups. Second one is for telemarks, it is same like that of ungrouped one, and the third one is of the frequency, which all of you know already, right? Now let us start making the groups. Class intervals, interval means the range. Okay, so because already said in the question that the first group should start from 0 to 10, and the last one should be, it should go up to from 40 to 50. Okay, so within those groups only we are going to divide our whole of the data given in this question. Okay, the raw data is given. From that raw data we are going to create a grouped frequency distribution table. So let me start with the class intervals. So first class interval will be written like this: 0 to 10. 0 to 10 is our first group. Second one is 10 to 20. Okay, then it is 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and the last one as mentioned in the question will be 40 to 50. It is mentioned, so we are going to do up to this. If we have to decide on our own, then depending upon the readings given in the question, we will see the minimum reading and we will see the maximum reading, and accordingly we will create our groups, right? But because it was mentioned, we have to confine ourselves to these only. Clear? After that, Students, before I start with the frequency and telemarks, one thing very important I want to tell you regarding these class intervals. See, 0 to 10 is our first class interval. Okay, so let me again write it for you. So before I actually construct the grouped frequency distribution table, I want to tell you little extra things regarding this class interval. For that, I have taken up this class interval 10 to 20. See students, this is our group. Group starts from 10 and finishes at 20. It has got two limits. Lower limit is 10 and upper limit is 20. Okay, so I will call this 10 as the lower limit and this 20 is known as a upper limit. Okay, this is actually the range for those marks which have been given to us in this chart or in this data, raw data which was provided to us. Okay, so whenever we have to count from 10 to 20, the marks between 10 to 20 students, the minimum marks to be counted here will be 10 and the maximum marks counted will not be 20, but we have to go only up to 19, remember. Okay, so if it is written 10 to 20, then we have to actually count which all marks, that marks starting from 10 and finishing at 19 only. And 20 which was left here, we have counted up to 19 only, and 20 which was left here will be counted in the next class interval, because our next class interval starts from 20 to 30. Okay, here we will start our counting from 20 because 20 was left here, then 20 was not included in our first class interval. So we will start counting the marks from 20 and we will go up to where? Here we will go up to 29, not 30. The 30, if that marks exists there in the raw data, will be counted in our next class interval. 30 will be counted. Okay, and there we will go, because it is 30 to 40, so it will be counted from 30 to 39 there, remember. Okay, so this was the important thing regarding the class intervals. Okay, it is bounded between the two limits. First one is the lower limit, second one is the upper limit, and where to count that upper limit? Whenever it becomes the lower limit of the next class interval. This was the important matter. Then students, related to this only, there is one more important term, that is called the class mark. Class mark, right? So class mark is something, it is the value which is midway between the lower and the upper limit. Actually, in simpler words, we can say the average of the upper and the lower limit. If I have to calculate the class mark of the class interval from 10 to 20, then how do I calculate? It will be simply the average or the mean, 10 plus 20 divided by 2. Okay, so it will be simply 30 divided by 2. It means that the class mark in that case will become 15. So what is 15? 15 is the mid value of 10 to 20. This is called the class mark. It can be called mid value also. It can be called the class mark also. So these were important things regarding the class interval. So now we actually start the process of constructing the grouped frequency distribution table. First class interval 0 to 10. We are going to count the marks which come under 0 to 10, and I just told you that the marks only from 0 to 9 will be counted. 10 will not be included here. 10 will be included in the next class interval, remember. So from the raw data provided, we are going to count the marks from 0 to 9 only. It can be 9.5 also, but because there is no decimal number given in the raw data, so we will not talk about that. So we are going to count only from 0 to 9. That will be the frequency. Okay, so let us start counting from the first one. 0 to 9 only we have to take. First one is this 8. Keep on cutting if you count that. Okay, then is our, then 10 will not be counted here, so remember. So we will go on searching for the numbers only up to 9. So 7 is again there is number, and then there is no number which is up to 9. So total we have got 1, 2 and 3. So that 3 will be written here under the frequency, and for that 3 we have to write the tally marks. I told you in the previous video also, 1 2 3, 3 lines will be the tally marks for 3. Then next comes from counting from 10 to 20. 10 to 20 means we will count only the numbers from 10 to 19 only. So we will start searching. First one will be our 1, okay, 1, and here also we have got 2, 3, 4 here. Then we will keep on searching for this. Then we have got 5, 6, okay, and 1 is here, 7, right, 7th number. So that will be the frequency 7, and 7, just see how to write its class mark, sorry, tally mark. So 5 plus 2 will be our 7. So this is our 5, and more 2 more lines will give us 7. Exactly same way we are going to count for 20 to 30. 20 to 30, if you count, okay, starting from 20, we included 20, we will include 20 here only, not in the previous one, okay. So starting like this, there is 1, okay, 2, 3, then 30 will not be included here, okay. Then we have got 4, 5, 6 and 7, then we have 8 and 9, 8 and 9. So total number is 9, and see the 5 here, tally marks, and 4, 5 plus 4 will be 9. So students, continuing the process like this from 30 to 40, 30 to 40 means 30 to 39 will be included. If I count those 30 to 39 marks, 30 to 39, let me check. First line is over, we have got 1, 2, 3, okay, then we have got 4 and 5 and 6. So total we have got 6 numbers that come between the range of 30 to 39. So 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So next comes 40 to 49. 40 to 49, we will check if there is any 50 also. 40 to 49. First line is over, second line is over, 40. Here we have got 1, 2, then we have got 3 and 4. The last one is here 47, okay, and we will make sure that we have counted also. You can simply, this is the most important step and easy trick also, so that you don't miss anything, okay. So keep on checking whether you have not cut anything, so you should count that again. So we see that we have counted everything from 40 to 50. We get 5. Frequency is 5 numbers are there, and there was not 50 anywhere. So for 5 I am going to write the tally marks like this, okay. And students, one more thing with which you can confirm that you have not missed any of these values given in the question or the raw data is that we will simply keep on adding the frequency total. So 3 plus 7 will give you 10, 10 plus 9, 19, 19 plus 6, 25, and 25 plus 5 will be 30. So you can even write here that total of this is 30. And this should be 30 only because you were provided with the 30 readings only in the whole of the raw data whose frequency distribution table you were asked to create, okay. So students, that's all about the grouped frequency distribution table. Hope you have understood, hope you have liked. So now is the time to click the like button, do subscribe if you are new, and don't forget to hit the bell icon also, so that you get the next notifications also very clearly, very directly. Coming up soon with the video on the bar graphs related to this chapter and the video on pie charts also. Don't forget to watch and keep following. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching.